This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, ma'am?
Come.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Betty, please.
Thank you so much.
You are Krishna Chandra Gupta.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are from Auraiya, huh?
Ma'am, birthplace is Auraiya, native place is Gwalior.
Is?
Gwalior, Madhya
Gwalior.
Pradesh.
So you are distancing yourself from UP or are you not?
No, ma'am. Completely, both states are very close.
How were you born in Auraiya?
My close relatives lives there, and because of my father was in defense, so he has to.
What was he in defense?
Ma'am, he retired. He was retired. He retired from honorary flying officer.
Achha, he was in the Air Force.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So do you want any questions on Auraiya or do you not want?
Yes, ma'am.
Or do
Definitely.
you want in Gwalior? What do you want?
Both of them.
Okay, very good. That's the spirit. Very good. So tell me, you have traveled from, have you traveled from Lucknow to Delhi on that highway?
Ma'am, from Etawah highway that.
Same one, same one.
Yes, ma'am.
It's called the Taj or Agra Lucknow actually.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have not traveled it, but very, very short distance. If you travel from Gwalior to Auraiya, from Etawah you get to.
वो तो बुंदेलखंड हाईवे होगा ना?
Ma'am, Bundelkhand highway, it's like.
You'll have a short distance.
It's in Etawah, this Jhansi and Lalitpur.
I was going to ask you, what was wrong with that highway? Would you be able to answer that? No. Right and wrong, right, everyone knows. It's revolutionized. I mean, I reached Lucknow in 5.5 hours from my house here. It's a beautiful highway, but what is, any issues? Were there any issues that was in the papers and all that? Something came up, some controversies? Were there anything?
Yes, ma'am. Just post after the inauguration, there have been the allegation as well as the news for flooding of the highways, as well as the water drainage was not proper. So, and because of that, a portion of highway actually came down. So that was in news. But of course, it was rectified very soon. And I think even there was a committee which was being set up in order to look into the matter.
Okay. Do you know anything about the recent push for industry in UP? Are you aware of that, or would you like me to ask another question?
No, I can answer.
Okay, very good. So tell me, there has been a lot of push. So I want you to give very specific answer. One, what is the investment that is promised? Two, if you are aware of the broad mix, where is it coming, where is it not coming? Three, what are the kind of industries? And four, what are the incentives offered? Just three points on each. 3 sentences on each.
Ma'am, the approximate investment that we are expecting is 33 lakh crore in the recent investors summit. The focus area has been the defense corridor as well as the food processing. Some of the products which have been included in one district and one product have also been included in the industries. Post that, the focus has been on first the chip manufacturing plant as well as the solar manufacturing plant.
Okay. What about the regional mix of investments? Where has it come? Where is most of it coming? Which division? Do you know? Which division?
Most of them have come in the NCR region, the Gautam Budh Nagar and the Noida region, and the least has been in the Bundelkhand region.
Least has been Bundelkhand?
Yes.
Not so.
With my limited, I'll go bit more into it.
Bundelkhand was a surprise that it's higher than we expected to be. Anyway, good. All right, you are a Zin or Shin advisory analyst. What is that?
Ma'am, that is XIN. That is 11th office of Deloitte in
So what
the
are you
region.
doing? What kind of analyst are you?
Ma'am, advisory analyst.
What is it? What is your work content?
Ma'am, it was the technical support that the team has been providing mainly to the audit team. So we used to write the programming for them. So that was the product.
So if I were to say, management is the art of making the simple more difficult, would you agree with me?
It would not be correct to say that to make a simple more complex, but definitely there has been one aspect of it where the management says that it looks into more minutely and the intricacies of it, and therefore it becomes a very simple task, becomes little complex, but definitely because it becomes a complicated and a complex task, all the minute details is being looked at.
Yeah, work management, they'll say you should keep your lamp here, you should do this here, you should keep your pen here. So where's this thing? This is all common sense, no? I should say common sense made more difficult. That is what I should say. Okay, all right. Now, what do you think about the role of the governor? What was envisaged in the constitution? What is actually happening? And what should be done to correct the situation? 3 questions.
Ma'am, as the Karya Commission said, that it was envisaged as a linchpin between the central government and the state government. Governor has been seen as a nominal head of Indian states, where it appears or it becomes as a second check to the hasty decisions of an executive. But recently there has been a clashes between the governor as well as the executive.
We know what's happening. That's why I asked you, it's not what it should be. So what is in the constitution? What should be done?
Ma'am, when it comes to governor, there has been few discretionary power which is provided to governor in terms of constitutional as well as the situational, and there has not been a very clear roadmap in terms of how discretionary power is being used. So in that way, there has been a clashes. For example, in terms of Maharashtra, the calling of a particular party when a hung assembly has come up. So these are the few things.
Does the governor have the right to refuse to call a session of the house when he's asked to do so by the chief minister?
Ma'am, if the chief minister is in majority, then the governor is bound to...
So it's happening?
Yes. But when...
So now what is to be done? But minority is only tested on the floor of the house. It cannot be outside the house. That's what Supreme Court has also said.
Yes.
So, but what should be done? What can be done to rectify the situation or improve it?
Ma'am, in a country where rule of law works, if we can get a law where the clear guidelines has been established of what the governor should...
What guidelines? What are the contents? Tell me. Let's get to the point. 1, 2, 3, 4 things should be done.
For example, if you can make the number of days which are being taken by the governor to take actions on a bill. There has been a fixed time period, so if we can fix a time period, as well as the priorities which are being done, as one of the cases in Supreme Court where which party is to be called in case of there is a hung assembly.
That's very clearly there. That's already clear.
Yes, ma'am.
There have been Supreme Court orders on that. Very clear. Single largest party or single largest coalition of a pre-election alliance. That's very clear.
True, ma'am. If we can bring this into a law and...
How do you get over the fact of the Bihar governor sitting on the EC recommendation for 1 year? Where is that written?
True, ma'am. We have to look into the intricacies of it.
All thanks. Please
go. So, hello Krishna. How are you?
I'm good.
Just few questions from my side. My first question to you is, describe yourself in 2 words.
So the 2 words would be Krishna and Chandra. Krishna is because the features that the name comes with it, and the mythological character, the person who is charming as well as has a very attractive personality. Chandra would be someone who is more than who can shine even in the darkness. So these are the 2 things which...
Okay, good. I can see you have done electrical engineering, right? So why this journey from electrical engineering to political science?
So there are few reasons of it. One, in terms of why choosing the political science. One, there has been an overlap with other subjects in civil services. Second one would be the availability of the sources as well as the proper guidance. Why not electrical science? Because electrical science, the subject is very vast, as well as the proper channel, as well as the guidance is not available. So that was the reason for shift to the political.
Okay. Now, you let me know 3 areas in which you are most interested in PSIR, where I would like to ask questions. 3 areas.
So, constitution, working of constitution.
Constitution, thought, Indian thought.
Indian thoughts.
Okay. Western thought.
Western political.
What about IR?
Yes, sir. IR 2. IR would be the first.
Achha, yeah. So I'm not going to ask you a question on constitution. Ma'am have already asked few questions. In Indian, in all these three areas, you have to formulate one question from yourself and you have to answer it. First question from Indian political thought. You formulate the question and answer it.
What we can learn from our political thoughts, Indian political thoughts, and how relevant it is. So what we can learn is because there have been various minds in Indian political thoughts such as Mahatma Gandhi and Raja Ram Mohan Roy as well as M.N. Roy. So the features or the ideas which were given by these philosophers have been relevant in the present time, such as Sarvodaya as well as the bread labor as well as...
Okay, second question.
Second one would be the Western political thought.
Who has influenced you most among the Western political thought?
So J.S. Mill.
J.S. Mill. Why? Why Mill? Why not Marx? Why not Bentham?
So coming from a country where Mahatma Gandhi is considered as the father of nation, I think I would not go with the Marx because Marx has advocated for violence and therefore not Marx. J.S. Mill, because yes, J.S. Mill has been an advocate for a liberty of expression as well as he was the supporter of democracy. So because of these two reasons, definitely J.S. Mill.
Okay, third question from IR. Now, that would be my last question. How to, any suggestion to improve this in India-Pakistan relationship? Any concrete suggestion? Don't tell me dialogue, discussion, negotiation, don't tell me all this. We have been doing it for last so many years. But I don't think we have succeeded in any way. Now, anything concrete you have to suggest?
So I would suggest rejuvenation of SAARC because in that way the SAARC has India's leadership and India can play a very big role, and in that way it not only going to help the India-Pakistan relationship but also the South Asian relationship.
Okay, good.
All right. Krishna, what qualities of Krishna do you find in yourself?
So the strategic thinking, one. Second would be the patience. Third would be in order to stand what is correct.
All right. What is the exact meaning of Krishna?
So Krishna comes from a word, Sanskrit word, which means that attraction. So if you are attracted to something, that is Krishna because of the color, because of the attractiveness, because of the features.
But most of the time it is said that it is black.
Krishna means dark.
Ma'am, it is one of the explanations.
Yes, obviously.
And because Krishna was dark, Krishna is dark.
Ma'am, because the Krishna was attractive, therefore the color and therefore.
The exact meaning of Krishna is black because a perfect black body is also called in Hindi as Adarsh Krishnika. So black is the real meaning of Krishna.
So I'll look into it more.
So, no, that was my question. That as far as this Krishna is concerned, so if literal meaning is concerned, it is black. But Krishna was a god.
On Wikipedia, which also uninitiated people also say all that's attractive, but actually it is.
Yes, yes.
Greatest source of knowledge.
And misonly those.
So, in what sense? If literal meaning is concerned, in what sense do you find that Krishna is a god, but he is black also? So, how do you perceive it?
So I would say when in a country where the color is being considered as a very important feature of your beauty, in that sense giving a feature, a darker complexion to a god is a very important social information or behavioral change that we are expecting. But on coming to the note why my name is with the color is because I am little bit darker in comparison to my sibling, and therefore my mother was, and therefore the name comes the Krishna.
Okay. So, do you think that the colors that are being attributed to a particular thing, mainly, black marketing and black things are concerned, they are considered as evil? So what's your perspective whether color should be given to a particular name, to a particular thing, that is, it is bad or good?
So there are different perspectives of thing here. One, it would be injustice to a particular color if we connotates that color to an evil thing, as we have blackboard, which has been revolutionized. But at the same time, there have been a thinking where a particular color has been associated to a particular gender, which has been come into criticism. So, but at the same time, if color coding is being done in our notes, it is beneficial too. So in that way, both the things should be seen, but at the same time, it should not be a very hard and fast rule of.
But now the blackboard is also getting changed to whiteboard.
Yes, sir.
And digital board.
Yes.
All right. You are from Auraiya. Are you aware of one district, one product scheme?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what products have been categorized in one district, one product scheme of Auraiya?
So one of the product which is associated with Auraiya is ghee, as well as the associated product is potato. So this, the Auraiya has been known for its ghee and has been in traditions, has been the exporter of ghee. So that was it's associated with.
You are hailing from Indore. Can you tell me why Ahilyabai Holkar is so popular in Indore?
So Ahilyabai Holkar has a very prominent role when it comes to the administrative reform that have been come into Indore. She has been also associated with Chanderi saris as well as Maheshwari saris, and she has been regarded as a very able administrator who were able to bring the human developmental aspect into her ruling. So that's why she is very famous.
All right, sir.
Krishna, tell us what took you this long? It seems you have already taken 5 previous civil services attempts.
So civil services requires a lot of preparation, and therefore it took me so long in order to become suitable for this job. And this time has been utilized very fruitfully in order to gain much more experience, much more knowledge in the subjects, so that it can help me in my serving the nation better.
It seems you have not been in job since 2017.
Yes.
But you have pursued electrical engineer. How do you think you have contributed towards the country since then?
So it is true that the contribution has been less, but at the same time, if we'll see me gaining more experience as well as the skills in order to serve it better, it would be my contribution for the country.
Okay, sure. You see, after pandemic and China-Taiwan relations, the semiconductor industry is evolving its supply chain. Where do you see India right now?
So right now, India does not have a base for manufacturing and we are totally dependent on our import. But at the same time, steps have been taken. For example, a very critical agreement has been signed between India and the Argentina, that is ABC country, which have a very high resource of reserves. Second one would be on exploration. India has recently explored a very high reserve of lithium in the country. Third would be the policies such as PLI, where the manufacturing of chips is being, as well as the designing of chips.
How lithium is used in the semiconductor industry?
So the wafers of the chips are being used with the lithium, as well as the battery usage is there.
Okay. Consider you are posted as the DM of one of the districts of Uttar Pradesh. What lessons will you learn from Indore in defeating Indore in Swachh Survekshan Bharat?
So there are various reasons why Indore has been done, and it will be a very learning experience. First one would be the community participation. Indore has made it a community slogan as well as the revolution in order to bring laurels again and again. So one. Second would be the uses of technology, the geotagging of the dustbin as well as the various technology which is being used. Third one would be the innovative idea such as Bartan Bank as well as the Jhola Bank. So these are the innovative things that we can do in our city.
Okay. So you have participated in debate. Do you remember your introduction?
Yes.
Could you please share it with us?
रास भी हमने किए हैं और तांडव भी किए हैं, वंश मीरा और शिव के विष पिए हैं और जी हैं, दूध माँ का या की चंदन या की केसर जो समझ लो, सोए थे या निद्रा में थे, अब जगे हैं यूं समझ लो, नियम सारे हम बनाए हम उन्हें सवार डाले, गुरु है गुरुत्व भारी हम इसी बोझे तले हैं.
Okay, thank you madam.